Every year, my team and I talk with hundreds of families relocating to the Tampa Bay area, helping them find the perfect home and neighborhood based on their lifestyle. While Tampa isn't the biggest city, there are so many options, and it's interesting to see which areas most of my home buyers tend to gravitate towards. In fact, many of y'all might just be neighbors. If you're planning to move to Tampa, stick with me because we are covering the hottest Tampa, Florida neighborhoods for 2022. We're jumping into it right now. Welcome if you are new to my channel and new to me. I'm Adam Morjan and I make videos all about what it's like living in Tampa, Florida, covering the best neighborhoods and things to do so you can get a real feel for what it's like living here. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell because we have a ton of great content to share with you and I don't want you to miss it. And if you're thinking of moving to Tampa, Florida, I am a licensed realtor, so see that number on the screen? Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email because my team and I would love to help you find the perfect home for you and your family. Now, there is a ridiculous amount of people moving to Tampa Bay area right now. Seriously, Zillow just named it the #1 city to move to in 2022, and I'm thinking they may be right for once. We're seeing folks from all over different states with all different backgrounds in all stages of life coming here. We've worked with young families just starting out, growing families, empty nesters, retirees, and with such a diverse crowd, it seems they all have the same question they want the answer to. Where should I live in Tampa? And to figure that out, my team always starts out with questions like, what are you looking for in a neighborhood? What is your lifestyle like? Is there anything you're trying to stay away from? And it turns out probably 90% of you fit into two buckets. I want to live in the city near everything, and I'm willing to give up some things, or I'm used to living outside the city 30 to 45 minutes, and the suburbs are perfect. And by the way, I do lean towards a new construction home versus a resale home. And regardless of the bucket you're in, everyone is interested in school zones. Things to do, proximity to important things like grocery stores and hospitals, restaurants, and entertainment. So without a doubt, after helping hundreds of folks move here, there is a trend, and I'm here to talk to you a little about the hottest areas we're seeing our buyers interested in this year. I'm starting things off with the top 2 most sought after areas, one from the city and one from the suburbs, followed by a couple areas made popular because of school zones and a couple areas that just stand out because of specific neighborhoods. Now, let's get to it. Many of you reaching out start off by saying you want new construction, and if you've watched any of my videos describing the layout of Tampa, you know that most of our new construction communities lie on the outskirts of the city, around 30 to 45 minutes away. Of those suburbs, by far, Wesley Chapel seems to be the most popular with my buyers in 2022. Wesley Chapel is that new shiny object, and honestly, it's got a lot going for it. It's loaded with master plan communities like the innovative community of Epperson, known for that 7-acre Crystal Lagoon. What most don't know is that it's also known for some unique features like the community-wide ultra Wi-Fi, golf cart paths, solar streetlights, playgrounds and dog parks, even a new K-8 charter school called IMPREP, and that's opening this year. They have a variety of great builders to choose from if you like that new construction route, but if you go the more traditional route and want to try your luck in the resale market, Wesley Chapel has a ton of master plan communities to choose from. Now, as you have seen in some of my other videos like this and this, prices in and around Tampa have risen sharply over the last year to 18 months, and you'll find most townhomes here in the mid 300,000s, like the one I just put under contract in Wesley Reserve at Chapel Crossing, and new single family homes starting out in the mid to upper 400,000s, with the average home now falling in the 500,000s. I have recently helped a handful of home buyers find homes in Epperson, Winding Ridge by JL Homes, and if you're a fan of Taylor Morrison, you may like River's Edge or River's Landing. And FYI, many of these communities also offer luxury homes as well, so you will find those $1 million to $1.5 million homes here. So why is Wesley Chapel the new shiny object, or what makes it the top suburb? Most of my buyers say that when they want to live away from the city, where they can live in a structured community with all the bells and whistles, and it would be a huge bonus to live near things and not have to go into the city of Tampa. Well, Wesley Chapel answers that. You get the best of both worlds. Other than having to go to work, you may never really have to leave Wesley Chapel unless you choose to. Aside from random restaurants and shops or the occasional strip mall, there are 3 main hubs that service the 70,000 residents in Wesley Chapel. The Tampa Premium Outlets, which have all of your outlet shopping needs for you bargain hunters. The Wiregrass Mall, which will cover your shopaholics and those of you looking for nice dining options and entertainment. And the third option is the Grove off of Highway 54. The Grove is a nice blend of big box shops like Best Buy, Dick's Sporting Goods, Home Goods, etc. It also has a tiny village with restaurants and a brewery, axe throwing and dueling pianos. There's a bistro style movie theater there and Chuck E. Cheese as well if you have little ones. They also have a new addition called Crate, which is an open mall concept made up of shipping containers, which includes a nice blend of restaurants and shops. And aside from the shopping and entertainment, Wesley Chapel has multiple sports complexes, a hockey ice skating rink, skydiving and clay shooting nearby. And if you are a golfer or tennis player, you can't go wrong with Saddlebrook. All in all, Wesley Chapel is a great option for those of you that don't want to live in the city. You want easy access to a variety of options for everyday living. And once a small area, it's now a budding community, and the growth is not stopping here in 2022. So let's say you're moving to Tampa and you don't want to live in the suburbs or on the outskirts. You want to live in the mix and you want to be where it's all happening. Well, South Tampa takes the cake in 2022 as the hottest area. But it's to no surprise that South Tampa has been the prom queen more than once. But what makes this area the prettiest girl at the ball? Its proximity to things like the airport, downtown and the West Shore area, which are both business districts, boutique restaurants and shopping, waterfront properties, and easy access to the bay and the beaches. Living in South Tampa, you definitely get a good feel for culture and Tampa's history. There are a wide variety of beautiful homes and architecture from different eras. For example, in Hyde Park, there are beautiful craftsman-style bungalows, and in Palmacia and Bayshore, you get to see these old Tampa sprawling estates. Some of the most sought-after areas also include Beach Park, Bayshore Beautiful, New Suburb Beautiful, and one of my favorites, Davis Island. South Tampa is made up of around 20 areas, and they all have unique characteristics. So for example, Davis Island has this really chill, relaxed vibe to it with no street lights on the entire island. They have a dog beach, a private airport, and a marina. You'll always find people here on bikes or cruising around on golf carts, visiting neighbors or the little downtown village. Or areas like Hyde Park and neighboring areas on Bayshore Boulevard where you always see people jogging or biking or roller skating or just simply going for a walk to places like Hyde Park Village, which is just loaded with boutique restaurants and shops. The Soho area, it's lively with bars and music at night, as well as Howard Ave, where you'll find some of the best restaurants in town like the famous Burns Steakhouse. Along with some of the best things to do and places to eat in Tampa, South Tampa is known for having one of the best school districts, with its anchor being Plant High School. Definitely make sure to pay attention to the school zone maps when moving to South Tampa though, but you will find it does have A-rated school zones from elementary through high school, and that attracts families for this very reason. If you do plan to house shop in South Tampa, you can find a mix of custom new homes and a blend of resale homes with many different styles ranging from around $600,000, with my average home buyer looking at homes between $1 million and $3 million. Now don't let the numbers scare you though. South Tampa is a time-tested area and holds its value very, very well. And if you're looking for something smaller, there are plenty of townhomes and condo options as well, even some walkable areas, which is very rare to find in Tampa. Now pushing the pause button just for 2 seconds. If you're looking to move to Tampa and have questions about any of these areas, please don't hesitate to reach out to us because we truly do want to help. And if you're still in the exploring stages, check out our website that you could see here on the screen. We really do dive into each area, providing you with a ton of information, including our vlogs and things to do. Piggybacking off of South Tampa, which we just mentioned, is known for its school zones. I wanted to talk about 2 other areas, which is a much different feel that is also popular with buyers that are looking for A-rated schools. The first is Lutz and is a suburb located just 25 to 30 minutes north of Tampa. And the second is Fishhawk Ranch, which can be found in our southeastern suburbs near Lithia. I personally lived in Lutz for about 3 years, and more specifically the Cheval community, and it was a great experience for my family. Lutz was mostly built out around the 90s, but you will find a few pockets of newer built homes as well as homes with a more rural setting, so there is a nice variety there. The area is known for communities like Cheval, which is a guard-gated community with a beautiful estate homes, 2 golf courses, 2 clubhouses, an athletic center, and it's just down the road from the sought-after Steinbrenner School. Moving along to the southeastern suburbs, around 40 to 45 minutes away, you'll find the suburb of Lithia and its standout community of Fishhawk Ranch. Fishhawk was built by Newland developers, and they have done a fantastic job planning this sprawling community, with Newsom High School being a big draw for those families. From a beautiful master plan community with parks and playgrounds and pools, all intertwined with nature, to a sports complex down the road, and top-rated schools, no wonder Fishhawk is always on the list when families are searching where to live. Now here's a side note. Fishhawk is also a big community for military families. While it is not close to MacDill Air Force Base, the southeastern suburbs are a popular choice for military families. Fishhawk specifically even has a bus that makes its rounds daily to the base, and if you're deployed, will even maintain your lawn for you. Now let's switch gears a little, because I know not all of you want to live out in the burbs, and I know not all of you have families with kids running around. There is another area that has gotten a lot of attention over the past years, and it's really starting to catch on fire here in 2022. That area is the Heights. Now some of my clients have compared it to the likes of Coconut Grove down south and a few other areas, but really it's a historic district in Tampa that follows the river and really had struggled for some time, but over the last decade found its way back in the spotlight and has become a really eclectic and sought after area to live. From Seminole Heights having restaurants and new coffee shops and entertainment options just popping up all over Florida Ave, to Riverside Heights and Tampa Heights exploding onto the scene with easy access to the new Riverwalk. There is no shortage of demand for these areas in 2022. It is by far the most diverse of all of the areas I mentioned so far, and it is truly city living, and you'll have a mixed bag of homes going all the way back to the early 1900s, and the area is just loaded with culture. With its popularity, developers have come into the area and started to renovate some of these older homes with a modern flair, and you'll even find home builders tearing down homes and building new townhomes and larger homes going vertical. Where this area was once more of a quiet area, you will now find a ton of activity. People are out jogging, walking dogs, and riding their bikes to the Riverwalk just to enjoy the views. The newest shiny object making a splash in 2022 is the luxury condo scene. Both Tampa and St. Pete's downtown areas are thriving right now, as both cities are absolutely amazing. And both are similar in that they have beautiful waterfront views. So what do developers think of when there's waterfront views in Florida? High rises and condos. The Tampa area has never really had that component, and the demand for condos, and specifically in and around the downtown and South Tampa area, seem to be a thing now. With developments like the Water Street Tampa, Altura on Bayshore, and a handful of developments starting in St. Pete, if luxury condos are your thing, you may want to get in before it's too late. Condo living not only offers maintenance-free living, but it also gives you or allows you to live in the city with amazing views, and honestly, there isn't a ton of walkability in Tampa. But there are pockets being developed, and it's exciting to see this as part of the transformation of the city. Our downtown, being connected to the Riverwalk and Bayshore Boulevard, now makes much more downtown and South Tampa waterfront just a walkable area. There is some room for improvement, and with condos adding more residential living to the area, I'm sure more walkable amenities are on their way. There is no one perfect area, but there are areas that may be perfect for your lifestyle, and that's the key to figuring out where to live when relocating. If you need help exploring these areas, reach out to us. See that number on the screen? Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, because my team and I would love to help you and your family find your next home. Till that next video, I'll catch you later.